In this session, we will know about the perception of an individual and what are the factors which are affecting perception. First, let us go with this, which says that we don't see things as they are. We see things as we are. And this is, we can say, the ultimate perception is all about. Now, please answer whether the glass is half full or half empty. This is a question which has various answers. And now, just by answering whether it is half full and half empty, we can tell about your personality, that is, whether you are proactive or you are pessimist or you are a positive attitude person. On the other hand, we can also say that this gives a meaning of your perception, what you are able to see. Now, what is perception? Perception is a process by which individuals organize and interpret their sensory impressions in order to give meaning to their environment. So here we are calling it a process, which means it is a step-by-step activity. So first the individuals organize, that is they receive and they organize the information. Next, based upon the receiving and organizing ability, they interpret it, and they interpret it with the help of their sensory impressions. And ultimately, the result should give a meaning to the environment. What are the factors which are affecting the perception? If you count down, there are various factors which are going to affect the perception. But basically, we can say that there are three important elements which are going to affect the perception of an individual. First, it is the perceiver, that is the individual himself. Second, it is the object or the target which we are viewing. And the third most important is the situation. So the perceiver, the target and the situation, three of them as a triangle, they give meaning to what is perception. In detail, if you want, we can discuss here, where the perception is a result of the factors in the perceiver, the perceiver's attitudes, motives, interests, experiences and expectations. Suppose we see something, and if you like a red color, you think that it is red color because your interest as well as you have a personal liking towards that red color. And the second one is the factors in the perception. So the three important factors which are going to affect your perception is the time, the work setting and the social setting. And the most important thing is the target, the factors. So here, depending upon whether the target is novel, it is having an emotion, any sound, any size, background, proximity and similarity. So this we can say these are the factors in the target. Let us look at this particular example, which we call as figure ground illustration. So here, in general, you can see a vase, but if you can go taking the background and the foreground into consideration, you can also find here two human faces. As a manager, what is the importance for you to know about perception? Perception is something which results in judging others. We judge individuals by perceiving them. So generally some perceptual errors are selective perception. People selectively interpret what they see on the basis of their interests, their background, experiences and attitudes. And the second one is halo effect. That is, drawing a general impression about an individual on the basis of single characteristics. Suppose if an employee is performing to the best of his abilities and always crossing the target line, and in some instance he is not able to reach the target, instead of appreciating, the employee need to face criticism because earlier he was able to reach the targets, but now he is not able to reach the targets. So as a manager, if you are aware of these perceptual problems, you can find some solution to the workplace emotional or human element. And the next one is contrast. So here, contrast is evaluation of a person's characteristics that are affected by comparison with other people recently encountered. So this is a basic human tendency which happens to everyone. We generally have the tendency to compare with others, and this becomes a perceptual problem in the long run. And next is projection, that is attributing one's own characteristics to others, and stereotyping, judging someone on the basis of one's perception of the group to which that particular person belongs. Here I have a group of some illustrations regarding perception which will help you to identify what actually perception is. At a glance, if you can see this elephant, how many legs can you find out? Any guess? In general, we know that the elephant has 4 legs. Yes, some of you are thinking of 6, 8, 10. Oh my God, the number is increasing. I don't want to do it. Just we'll stop there. So if you can see there here, we can see that here, depending upon the contrast, you are able to define the number of legs. But in general, if you go counting them literally, you cannot find 4 legs. And here I have created some perceptual illusion which made you to think that elephant has more than 4 legs. But the sensible answer, if you are answering that elephant is having 8 legs, it doesn't give any meaning to the environment. So your answer should also be related to the environment. Look at this picture. So now I have various circles which are moving clockwise and anti-clockwise. Just look at them for a while. Yeah, I want everyone to look at them. Now can you tell me which circle is moving clockwise and which circle is moving anti-clockwise? No discussion, please. Yeah, you are right. The first one is moving clockwise and the second one is moving anti-clockwise. And kudos to all who have given the answer as right. But now I'll tell you, look at them once again. See, in fact, these circles are not at all moving. It is only the contrast and the color combination and the way of organizing which gave you a meaning or to think that they are moving in either clockwise or anti-clockwise direction. Don't think I'm going to repeat it once again. Look at this here. Now you can see something like anyone from BTech background or engineering background or something who has some hands of experience in repairing your bike. I think you can tell what it is. Yeah, you can find some bearings, all these things. Can you tell me which way they are moving? Yeah, I think you are right. So the outer one is moving clockwise and this obviously will move anti-clockwise. And what about these 2 circles? Now, have a look once again. In fact, these circles are not at all moving. They are in a static position. Fine. So, I have a couple of things for you to exercise. So, please go through them and identify the number of horses in it and get back to me whenever you feel, or you can just post them on the website. So, how many deers you can find it? Yeah, 1. But now you have gone through some examples. You should also find something. Yeah, it is 2. And please go through and look at them and you can find the answer. How many human faces you can find here? I think better I leave this as a quiz and you can answer them. What about this picture, dear? Yeah. Obviously, everyone looks at the beautiful young couple, but don't forget there are also old, energetic faces at the background. Now, my lovely one. So, what about this? Who is the tallest among all these 3? So, in fact, all are of the same height. It's only the background which is giving you a different meaning of the height. So please go through them. I'm leaving it as exercise. Please go through them and do it. And thank you once again. Bye-bye.